Welcome to the Lone Machinist podcast, where it's just you, the machine, and the work. What do you have going on today, Curt?
Today, I'm going to talk about making my own Instagram. Let's go lasering some signs and big frickin' lights. How about you, Master Jamie? What are you going to talk about?
Thinking of going DGR. I made another
Mm.
200 desk dinguses, and I had to fix my probe today. But I think that
Ooh,
will,
again?
we'll discuss the probe things later. But yeah, I had to do some science on my probe this evening. But it's all working now,
Nice.
so not the end of the world. But yeah, how are you doing
Nice,
today,
nice.
Curt?
Doing good, doing good. Weather's for February here, shaping up lovely, and excited to. I got all my shipping to do, or it's pretty much done. So I got stickers on boxes today, and then I get to play. So yeah, I'm excited for
Nice.
that.
Yeah,
What
that,
about you?
that sounds
What's
sounds fun.
what's your
Yeah.
day shaping up, or day is shaped up to be like?
Shaped up as been just chugging through a whole bunch of random crap. I've been quoting a job. It's taken me 6 days to get a material price from a supplier.
Ooh,
It's a
that's
little
brutal.
infuriating. Yeah, to the point that today I was going to just phone the manager there and be like, hey, I actually needed this price last week, what is going on? But yeah, busy quoting a very large job, so hopefully that will come through. I should have a meeting with them later this week to discuss. I was like, listen here, we have to order the aluminium from the mill because it's not a standard size that I want to use, or it's not. Eurosteel don't stock it. It is a standard size. They just don't stock it. So 2 to 3 weeks lead time from the mill. And then I can
Mm.
also get it delivered in 3.1 meter lengths or
Oh,
3.05
okay.
lengths. So when I cut it, I don't end up with a remnant.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm buying it by the kg at that point. So yeah, been planning out that whole job and how to squeeze that into production because they want like 700 enclosures that are going to take about 40 something minutes to machine each one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a
So
lot of time.
it's a lot of time. It's a lot of money too. So yeah, we'll see. I shared the Fusion file with them and made it so they couldn't download it because obviously it's currently my IP until they pay for it.
Sure.
And then today I sent off the quote. I'm like, listen, it's 3 to 4 weeks for the first 100 units, and then it's 200 to 300 units every month after that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't commit to 100% of my machine's capacity because then everything else gets
Yeah.
dropped, and we can't have that. So yeah, I've been doing that today, and then was also finishing up some anchor point pads. They need to go to heat treat tomorrow.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, I've got stock of them already. I'm just building more stock, so that's if I run out of stock, I have stock coming in. Yeah, making sure I have parts available for anchor points. And then
Nice. So all
today,
those.
yeah,
So those are all the mechanicals that are just like ready to go now.
basically I have to machine the bodies and they're ready to go. So the first orders are shipping. My goal is to ship by Friday on the orders that have
Oh,
come in
okay.
already. So material hit today. Tomorrow morning, first thing, because now Danica wakes up early in the morning, I'll be in the workshop at like 6 o'clock in the morning, get it all probed and set up, make the first one good, run until 8. Then I've got to drive my mother-in-law around because Danica's borrowing her car because Danica's car has got some issues, which we'll get into later on. So I've got to drive my mother-in-law to gym and then take her to a doctor's appointment and then take her somewhere for tea or some shit because she doesn't have a car. So I'm like, no, I'll drive you around. It's fine. But the nice thing is it's an 18-minute cycle on op one. So I can leave one to run till the machine's power off, go run her where she needs to be. When I get back, put another one in. When I've got to go pick her up, leave one running. And it's not a total loss of time. Like,
Nice.
I may even be fancy and run 2 at a time just because I can.
Ooh.
I've got 2
Ooh.
vases, so why not? Like, there's nothing
Yeah.
stopping me.
Totally.
So,
Yeah. Except
yeah.
minor amount of work to make it work with two things. But yeah.
It's like 4 clicks in Fusion.
Okay.
It's that easy. It's super simple. Just want to add a note here because something else came this week. But yeah, what have you been up to? I see you've got a lot of interesting things here this week.
Yeah, I was trying to write more just so I would remember. Just boxing borders, getting all that ready to go now. They're all done. They're kind of out of my hair. So that's lovely. It always feels good when that is done. Then I decided I get like a lot of comments of, especially in this day and age, people are like not wanting to be on a million social media platforms. And unfortunately, like I share quite a bit of my details through Instagram just because it's
Yeah.
convenient. As I'm sure most people do here, just because like the
Instant
community is
Machinists,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, the machinist community is great. And then like it's just super like easy.
Yeah.
So I decided on my website now I have like a media page where I just like cross post the videos.
Okay.
And yeah, it's been nice because like we have this podcast set up, so like I always have cameras and microphones just like sitting ready to go. So it takes me
Yeah.
no time to do a quick video, and it also helps me like work on my like quick video editing, like just because I use Resolve and it's just like
Yeah.
just the more I practice with it, the better I get. So it's kind of
Sure.
fun. It kind of feeds into that too, and then it lets me throw it on my site, and then it gives people a place to communicate and like follow me, and then they can RSS to my site, and they don't have to follow any social media platforms.
Oh,
And
okay. Nice.
yeah, and then if I get like rug pulled on Instagram because whatever pens turn into be dangerous or something,
Yeah,
at
the
least
stabbing utensils do.
right, yeah, like, and at least then I still have like an outlet where I can put stuff and like,
Yeah.
and it drives traffic to the site. Like it works for every single metric. So I'm like, I should just do this. And so,
Yeah.
anyways, I
That makes
did that
sense.
up on the yeah, I did that up on the weekend, and yeah, people seem to dig it. They're like, oh, sweet, now I don't have to like hunt you down on a platform I don't use. I'm like, yeah,
Well,
that
that's
makes
the
sense.
thing.
I don't
Like
really consider it. But
Instagram is absolutely stupid when it comes to showing you the things you actually want to see, like the people
right,
you follow.
yeah.
It just keeps getting worse and worse. Like the stories are still somewhat, not they're contaminated as well. I was going to say they're somewhat pure, but like you'll click on someone's story, then it's 2 adverts, then another story. It's insane.
Yeah,
But at
like
least stories is generally, other than adverts, only the people you are following.
right. And if you like,
Yeah.
if you had something like this, like if you had a site where you just posted blog updates like every day, and then like all my other friends that did it, I would RSS to all the
Yeah.
sites, and that's how I would get the content. Because, like you said, then you avoid all the
All the crap.
brain sucking algorithm crap. I'm just like,
No, because
yeah, I
there's a
just want to
lot.
keep
Like a lot
tabs
of
on
people
people.
are unfortunately moving away from the socials because of all the algorithm fucking crap.
Yeah, and I'm not moving away at this point. I do still enjoy it, and I still enjoy
Yeah.
the interaction, but it's definitely on a downward trajectory for me. Like, so
It
yeah.
is not what it used to be.
No. I mean, it's on an upward trajectory as far as reach, but it's on a downward trajectory as
Yes.
far as interest for me to like
Yeah.
keep
To go
feeding
and
the
doom
beast.
scroll on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah,
quick
yeah.
to just get sucked in and be scrolling.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
keep
YouTube's the
like I
same
said,
with their shorts. Like,
I have a version of YouTube on my phone that lets me just like turn off shorts so I don't have to
Yeah.
see shorts. And it's so nice because I'm like, oh, there's my old YouTube where I can like, because when I'm watching YouTube, I don't want brain candy for 20 seconds. Like I want a 5, 10, 20-minute video, maybe occasionally like a 45-minute video to
you
sit down
don't
and
get
watch.
5-10 minute videos anymore. Now everything's freaking 20-30 minutes. Like I was looking for
Yeah.
something to watch this evening while having dinner, and it's like, okay, cool, it's a 22-minute video. I'm going to watch it 1.5 speed so that I can get through it with enough time to make it to the podcast, because there's nothing that sucks up less than half an hour now on YouTube.
Totally.
Yeah,
I know.
it's a tad frustrating.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I get it. They're incentivized. Like you get incentivized for
Yes.
longer videos, but still, it's just like sometimes like cool is cool. It still doesn't matter. Cool is cool. If the internet likes it, it's cool. If it's 5 minutes, it's still going to get you views because cool is cool.
Exactly. So yeah, speaking of
anyway.
videos, I just shot some stuff this afternoon that I hate. I'm gonna have to reshoot it tomorrow. Also, my lav mic is just like so loud and like clipping. So I don't know. I need to figure out what's going on there. I might just not use the lav mic because it's kind of somewhat steady footage. It's not me doing like a shop tour. It's me shooting some product video. So I was making some little shorts to explain the anchor point and whatnot, and it only took like 200 takes. But yeah, I think I'm gonna I'll put the phone on a tripod tomorrow and do it with a tripod, because it's just it's a little too shaky for my liking.
Yeah, it's fatiguing watching something like that. Yeah.
So I don't like it. It's 20 seconds long. It's not like it's long.
Okay.
It's just
That's
I don't know. I don't like it. It's not as good as it could be. So I'm gonna work on making it better. And then
cool.
I went down a little bit of a DJI rabbit hole this week.
Okay, explain.
So I was looking at cameras.
Oh,
have you seen the DJI Osmo Nano?
Oh yeah, I've seen every one of their cameras because I'm eagerly waiting for the Pocket 4 to come out. But anyways, carry on.
I'm getting a Nano. Like I watched a bunch of reviews on it. It's got built-in Rocksteady 3 and some other horizontal lock thing. So you literally
Mhm.
magnet it to your chest, and it's onboard stabilizes the footage. It's got the little screen that's remote, so you can stick it up somewhere and then check the framing of the shot. That's the biggest thing for me. Um, its low light performance is also pretty damn good, which is a thing in the workshop. Like you wouldn't think it would be because it's bloody bright in there, but it's not bright
Yeah,
enough. I get a lot of noise in my video, so I'm going to buy one of those and I'm going to see how it does, because it can also
nice.
pair with the DGR Mark II.
Yeah,
I
which
don't
is
know if it pairs
if
with
you're looking
Mark
for
1.
a
I'll
loud
just check.
mic,
Yeah,
even the little I think the nano mic or whatever, the like all their lav mics are
yeah,
pretty damn good for the price. They're pretty damn
yeah.
good.
So I want something that I can have a ready-to-go solution for IMTS or any trade show I go to, or just shooting stuff easy like the Anno video. Strap it to my chest, talk about things. So like some of the downsides I saw for that camera is that it overheats in 15 minutes if you're shooting 4K 60. Let's be
Sure.
very honest, I'm never shooting 4K 60 ever in my life.
Mhm.
My
Mhm.
computer will
Mhm.
literally melt. It doesn't need to be more than 1080p.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a non-issue. It's got an interesting setup where it's got the memory built into the camera. Then you dock them and you can transfer to the SD. It's a really interesting setup. But I think DGR, yeah, GoPros are useless these days. Um, my mate Dave was like, "Hey, check out the Runcam." I'm like, "Dude, it doesn't have a battery. The
Yeah.
Runcam
Yeah.
Thumb. It's meant as an FPV camera, so it's for a different use case." But yeah, that's why
Yeah.
like DGR bought up a bunch of optics companies in China. So and
Mhm.
camera sensor companies. So they own the entire stack. They selling a Mavic 3 with the thermal package on it, thermal imaging package, for less than you could
Yeah.
buy a thermal imaging camera a year ago. It's
Yeah.
insane.
They're
Like, yeah, they've really monopolized that. But they make really good products. So is what it is. And I mean,
yeah.
the Nano's not expensive. It's one of the
That's the thing,
cheapest,
right?
decent action
Mhm.
cameras.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
so
and
yeah,
then
I
you
think,
you gain the benefit of all their software that they've been developing for all their cameras. Like you said,
yep,
their stabilization and their image or their noise reduction, their low light performance, like what they can squeeze out of the smaller sensors. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So I
pretty
was watching a
incredible.
thing like the rock. There's horizontal lock ones for like you're riding a bicycle, and then you can even tune it. Like there's settings you can adjust on there to make it more stable for what you're specifically doing. So I'm very keen to get one and see how it actually performs, because
Hmm.
if I can get good video or decent video, it's going to make me want to edit it. When I'm shooting video and I'm having to throw it away because it looks like shit, it's kind of getting demoralizing at this point.
I 100% get that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Because yeah, I don't want to make shitty content if I can avoid it. Like obviously Instagram's a different story. I'm shooting with my phone. The purpose of it
Yeah.
is that is the purpose. Whereas if I'm shooting something I want to put it to YouTube, I want it to be less shit.
Yeah. Well, and like the bar is forever increasing for
Yes.
YouTube. Of like, I mean, the content people are creating out there is
It's
phenomenal. And
insane.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like it's polished, it's concise, like the storytelling is good, the
Yeah.
audio, video, it's all great. Yeah. It's
No, it's so yeah, I
yeah.
want to try get better at that. So
Yeah.
what tell me about your lasering of signs.
Actually, so I never do any kind of like side job, side work.
Yeah.
But uh like my stepdad came up to me and he's like, "Hey, he's like, I have some." He has like they has like a little hobby club with guys, and they all build like little trinkets for like retired people.
Okay.
I don't know if it's birdhouses, but you know what I mean. They're just old timers cobbling away in their sheds. So they have a little
Yeah.
sign they want me to make for them, and they want to burn it into a bunch of wood plaques. So he's like, "Does one of your machines can you burn into wood?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." I'm like, "Depends how big the plaque is. Like if it's eight
Yeah.
feet long by 4 feet wide, like no, but so they're little. They're like fist size. So I'm like, oh, that's perfect for my needs. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try the little laser pecker here I have. I'm like, I never use the diode system on it, and it's so much faster than my CO2 for like raster work because it's just it can fly,
It's
right?
fast as hell, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a whirl. So I just threw a piece of plywood in there and just burnt their logo into it, and yeah, it's it leaves my CO2. Even though my CO2 has probably a lot more power, it just leaves
Yeah.
it in the dust because it can raster like just
Super
insanely
quick.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, so I ran one of those and yeah, it came out so clean. So I was like, yeah, come by sometime with all your little blanks of wood and we'll just,
And
they
yeah.
take a minute to laser each. And so anyways,
Nice.
that was my fun. First time I've lasered wood in, I don't know,
Oh
ever
wow.
because
Oh
I
geez.
also
Okay.
only play in metal. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
mine
kind of fun to do
was.
something.
I was shopping for lasers today because my CO2 laser needs a tube replacement. It's
Oh,
still
okay.
working, just not very
Mm,
well. So
mm,
I'm thinking of just replacing the tube and hoping that's the main issue. I'll probably do a
yeah,
mirror clean and whatnot, but I think the tube is dying.
yeah.
It's making it troublesome to cut stuff reliably. So I think a new tube or just an entirely new laser.
Now, I reached out to actually a few guys running CO2s for their
Yeah.
business, and I asked them their opinions on lasers, and all of them were basically like, they're all pretty good nowadays. Like
Yeah.
unless you're buying bottom barrel pricing, they're like
They're all pretty
between the
decent.
Omtech or the Boss or the Trotex, they're all
Yeah.
decent. I was like,
Trotex
oh,
are
okay.
retardedly expensive here. There's a
Oh yeah.
brand, am.co.za, it's a local company. They bring in units. I think they
Hmm.
wanted, I want to say it was 40,000 Rand. Dollar dues, so $2,500.
Okay. I
I
guess
can get
that's
in
how
my
big and
truck, go
powerful it
fetch it,
is.
and come back. It was I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
an 80 watt.
Oh, that's decent. Yeah, yeah, for the
It's
price. Yeah, yeah.
decent. It's just more bigger and more than I need. So
Sure.
it's yeah. Just put a new tube in mine. It's for making packaging. I don't do any commercial like laser work for people anymore. Fuck that. I do my own stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, go away. Because every time we do it, it's a fuck up. Every single time. They expect the world. They get what they pay for, and then they're sad.
Yep.
So
I won't.
we just don't entertain that.
I wouldn't do laser work for payment either. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not
No.
worth it.
No, you're racing to the bottom. You're racing against every dickhead who's got a laser in their garage and wants to charge literally 1 Rand a minute. When to keep your head above water, you need to be charging like 7 or 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Exactly.
sorry, I'm not competing with some dude who's retired.
Right.
But
Yeah. I get it.
um,
Um.
let's
tell
see which pick one because there's a
tell.
bunch.
For anybody that watched, I hope some of them caught your story for the tip trimmer 2000.
Ah, yes.
That was the most dangerous looking fucking thing I've ever seen.
So the customer in this situation, they make the steel ends for mops, and their tools make 25 mm mops, so like a 1 inch stick. And their customer bought a whole bunch of 28 mm sticks. So now they are like, well, we can't use your stuff, and they desperately want them to buy their stuff. So he's like, make me the tip trimmer. So I made him a version of the tip trimmer, but we had some issues. It was a 2-bladed version, and the stick would come out the side. So we made a 3-bladed version. So I turned the blank, put it in the 4th axis, machined, tapped, put an insert, rotated 120 degrees, machined. The video was running with a single insert because I only had one screw, because it's an M2.5
Okay.
Torx screw that I took out of the tool holder to be able to test it. But yeah,
Okay.
that was at 1,300 RPM, 1,400. Basically what the motor is going to be running at, because they're going to bolt this thing straight to just a little AC motor and have the guy shove sticks into it all day.
Oh my god.
Africa.
So for the listener, it was essentially, imagine a pencil sharpener, like an old school rotary pencil sharpeners, without any kind of protection on it.
Yeah,
And
any
instead of being like the conical burrs that cut your pencil, it's just like a single insert kind of fly cutting on the inside. And then
Yeah.
Jamie with a gloved hand feeding it into the lathe one-handed as your eyeball into the blade spinning death path. And then it's going like, Gah! And you see it like it cuts beautifully. And then right when you get to the bottom, you see it torque and start to twist and mangle. And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to lose it. And then you pull it out and all is well. And I'm like,
so it won't go that deep in production. There's going to be a bolt in there to set the depth. But it's also guarded. It's got a 28mm bore at the front. So it's guarded.
Yeah.
And then as it cuts, it's guarded again. And that's where the shavings get a little stuck. But they're going to come fetch them tomorrow, or I'm going to go drop them off tomorrow, and then they can have someone use their arm.
When you look, like I get it. Like I look at it, I'm like, okay, that is actually more safe than it looks. But from a video perspective, it just looks terrifying. Like one wrong move and that thing would just pitch it into your face at 1,000 miles an hour.
The previous one, yes, because it was a fork. So they had an insert here and an insert there, so it could come out sideways. So they had a whole piece of angle line they would lay the stick on and then feed it in. But I was using round inserts, and it was eating the wood. It was like ripping chunks out. So
Oh,
I went
okay.
to a DCMT or DCGT 0708, 70408, which I use for aluminium, and that worked
Yeah.
surprisingly well.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
yeah, the
it looks
tip
like it
trimmer,
works a treat, but yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it works well. Like I'm curious, they got to wire cut the bore for the motor because it's a key shaft. So I just drilled a clear undersized clear hole to wire to thread. Then they'll hold it, probe the outside of the body, and then thread the center and wire cut it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then they'll do that tomorrow, and then they'll be sorted out. I've got to go see them in the morning to go drop off golf balls because I machined golf balls for them as well.
Golf balls? What did you machine on
Yes,
golf balls?
a 2 millimeter deeper pocket. So it was a job that I quoted them on a while ago. Then they did it in house, and it was a fuck up. So I had to remachine them. So I 3D printed soft jaws that compressed the golf ball by 0.5 millimeter. So because if
Okay.
you keep tightening, the golf ball becomes a pancake.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I made them that the jaws bottom out after 0.5 mil compression, and then just put an extra 2 millimeter deeper pocket in the thing for them today. Like
What are they using the golf
stupid
balls
job.
for with holes in them?
They're gluing shot glasses into them, so
Oh,
the people
okay.
who get
Okay.
drunk when they play Murensuk can drink out of a golf ball because apparently that's the thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
stupid.
golf balls probably don't need holes in them, but I see. I see.
Yes, so making ornamental golf balls. So yeah, stupid jobs. But that I ran the
That's
Slow-EO
cool.
for that, which I haven't run in a while. Yeah.
Speaking of golf balls, what I wanted to do is I wanted to put a golf ball in the little fiber laser right here and like laser in like my, because I golf occasionally, and I wanted to like laser in my names, like so the ball is marked with my. And
Yeah.
then I'm like, I wonder how much I could laser a golf ball before like it weakens it to the point where it just like explodes when I hit it.
Ooh,
So I'm like, maybe
I'm
I
now
could do
curious.
that. I'm like, just keep lasering progressively deeper golf balls, and then take them, to the driving range or something like that, and just start wailing on them
And
and
just
see
start
which one just
whacking it.
explodes. Yeah, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Probably mess the flight up too, because golf balls are pretty aerodynamic little creatures. But anyway,
Because
fun.
that outer layers, like if it's a millimeter thick, it's a lot. They're quite thin.
Yeah, it's
The
yeah,
outer
yeah.
layer.
And I'm sure if you mess with the dimpling, it's
Yeah.
gonna fly all kinds of mess. But anyways,
Would be interesting to see. Lay one this way, lay
Yeah.
one that way, see what happens.
yeah,
We're
maybe I'll do
definitely
that.
not train enthusiasts. So tell me about the giant ass sun that you bought.
So I bought this big. So I've always wanted a softbox, mainly for like photography and videography, because, like I said, the lighting in here is always changing. So I'm like, why don't I stop the outside lighting and then control the inside lighting, and then
Yeah.
I can make it whatever I want. So on this, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a proper studio light. So I bought a 90 centimeter softbox, which is freaking huge. It's like 90 centimeters by 90 centimeters, giant parabolic umbrella. And then to drive it, I was like, well, you need a pretty. I realize now this is why lights are so powerful for parabolics, because or softboxes. So I bought a 60 watt like COB, like a chip on board light, and I'm like, this is going to be so bright because if you don't have a softbox on it, like 60 watts of actual LED light is
a
a
lot,
fuck ton of light. And so yes, I turn it on, like even at 1%, I can't look at it. Put it in a softbox, and it's like it just eats light. So anyways, bought that. And then I have a giant stand hanging off my wall. So I have freaking 30 pounds of lighting. But
I
now
saw you Swiss cheesed your wall with that thing, like 8 screws.
Yeah, I was so concerned. I was like, I found a stud and put like 1,000,000 screws into it, because I'm like, this is kind of heavy, and it's on a boom arm, so it's like the leverage just goes crazy when you start extending it. So apparently this can go out 4 feet for a boom arm, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. That's a lot of leverage.
That is a hell of a lot of leverage. But yeah, are you running it now?
Yeah, that's what's lighting me right now.
That's what that side. Yeah, it's very mellow.
Just a little nicer to have. Yeah, that's I guess the point of a softbox is to try to make soft shadows. So, but it's super nice for photography, like for taking pictures of pens now, because I have like just a nice light that I don't. It's not glary. It's consistent. I can take the exact same photo over and over and over, and it scratches the little video side of my brain, which I love. So
no, that's the thing. Like all these, all the things that make life easier. I mean, I was running. I was machining steel over the weekend, tool steel, and it's like doing it on the old process, which was, if I can think, the original process was do the bores on Bertha, then mill the keys into the bores, Then while I'm doing the keys, I'd mill the reliefs on the side of these rollers. Dak and Bertha turned the Odie. And then you had one shot. If you fucked it up, that's it. You couldn't take another 10 microns off diameter because it would chatter.
Right.
Now I mill the whole thing. I mill the bore and the key in op 1. Op 2, it goes on a little fixture thing locating on that bore, and I mill the perimeter. And it's like, ooh, it's 10 microns out. Let me comp it. And the machine just, well, it doesn't comp it because I hadn't programmed it in controller. So I kept adjusting the diameter. I'm like, why is it not fucking changing? Turns out it was one of the old programs done with stock to leave. So then I got it working with in controller comp. And it's just like, yeah, nice machines make life easy.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
On all fronts. Yeah.
Speaking of nice things, my DC holders arrived.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they seem
those were the
nice.
8 mils that you bought, or
6.
6 mil? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I bought DC 6s with 6mm collets. I bought a 120 mil gauge and a 60 gauge, I think. The 60 gauge is a bit short for what I wanted it for, but I think I'm going to put the ball nose in it to do the anchor point bodies. And then I've got my standard 6mm 3-flute end mill in the other one. And I'm going to see how it goes. It sticks out a little bit long because the DC collet's it's not super deep. So the stick out's a bit longer than I would like. But we're going to see how it does on these anchor point bodies, because the anchor point bodies have now left the back bores all undersized by 1 millimeter. So I can measure it and know and dial in on those and then still correct it if I need to at the final step. So we'll mess around with it tomorrow and see how it cuts with the high accuracy stuff. As I made a set of soft jaws today running it, and it ran fine, ran beautifully.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've been super happy with my DC holders. Like they're not heinously expensive, and
no, they're
like
stupid cheap.
Especially for like 4th axis stuff where like I want to get close. Like they're nice and narrow and tapered. And like you said, the one drawback is that collet is very short. So I mean, for my tools it works because like I can almost bottom them still. But yeah, for any kind of big tool, it's you can only grab like maybe an inch of them. And then you bottom
I think
out.
I'm grabbing about 20 millimeters of it. Of a 50 millimeter tool. So it's a little more stick out than I want, but more stick out means less chance of hitting shit, but it also start losing rigidity. So we'll see how it performs. I left my old tool 2 set up, so we'll see how it runs tomorrow. If it's a shit show, I'll just touch off the other tool and carry on. So we'll see. They're very cool though. I like them. I might buy a whole bunch of the 90 millimeter ones, gauge length ones. And I was thinking maybe putting all my thread mills into them.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to buy a bunch of them and put all my drills into them because drills. Like
drills stick out. Who cares? Even my thread mills, like they stick out quite far. So it doesn't really matter if I go to those. So I'm looking at plans for the future and tooling for the future because we're going to need a lot of tool holders going forward.
Yeah,
to be able to just take stuff in and out of the machine easily, because that's how shit's going to have to be.
I know I'm at the point now where I have the machine full of tool holders and I don't have to swap anything for all my production. So now when I design new products, like I deliberately am like, this would be better with like whatever 3/16 ball, but I'm like, I don't have one in the machine right now. So I'm like, I'll just use like a 1/8 ball, and like the cycle takes longer, but I don't have to ever change it. So I'm like, this is what we do. This is the way.
So I've got my standard tools. The tools that Toolpath has for me are my standard tools that are either in the machine or already set up, that I can swap them in and out easily. But even this HTP parts that I designed, it's designed to be machined entirely with a 12 millimeter tool, a 6 millimeter tool, and a 3 millimeter tool. So the big pockets, 12 millimeter. Some of the smaller details are 6, and then the O-ring groove, a 3 millimeter. And I'm trying to keep the tool count as low as possible because cycle time matters. Not that tool changes take long, but I pushed it through Toolpath and it wanted an hour and a half cycle time. It was doing the floor with a 4 millimeter end mill. I'm like, no. This was designed to be done with a 12 mil end mill. The corner radiuses are 8, so that we don't jam into a corner. Like, let's not fuck around here. But I know that's just a config issue.
Yeah,
also,
totally.
Very cool. You can simulate your cycle and then export your final machined part. as an STL.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's useful.
So I'm machining it with the anchor point checkered pattern on it because then I
Yeah.
don't have to make it smooth on the spot.
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
this is what it will
Yeah.
look like. Here is a model of what it's going to look like when it's done. That way, there's no missed expectations kind of story. So I
Yeah.
exported the STL, opened it, made it into a parasolid, then pulled it into my original model and mated it to where it's going to be, and then made it black
Oh,
PTV
cool.
or black HDP so they can see what it's actually going to look like.
Ooh,
But
that would
yeah,
be useful for like accurate soft jaws and stuff like that.
accurate soft draws, and also you can do op1, export that stock, pull it in as your stock for op2.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
For
Oh,
your
yeah.
for some
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
reason, yeah, if like you're doing op2 in a fixture and it's not fusion's being dumb and is not carrying it over, so you can do it there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
very
like
very
that.
useful thing. So literally, you run the simulation to the end, you right click on the simulated body, and you say export, I think, and you export it as a mesh.
Hmm.
Like super simple and yeah,
Interesting.
super powerful fusion trick there.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, I've been planning out this job for the HTTP stuff. Like, yeah, it's a silly job. I don't know
Hmm.
if I spoke right at the beginning of the podcast now. Can't remember. It was so long ago. 41
Uh,
minutes ago.
I don't. I don't think so. No, you were talking about a giant job you have coming, but that was aluminum.
That's
So
yeah, that's this
yeah.
job, aluminum and
Oh. Oh.
HDP.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so planning
Okay.
on part loading it with a vacuum gripper. The vacuum
Okay.
pads are in South Africa. I should have them this week. I bought 16, 20, and 40 diameter and a little vacuum
Hmm.
venturi. So I'm going to have it make another gripper that tool changes into the same setup. And then I'm going to vacuum the top of the part, load it into a pneumatic vise, machine it, and then drop into the pocket and vacuum it from in the pocket.
Oh, cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a fun one. Managing the HDB shavings is not going to be fun though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like chip fan, I think they're just going to put it out the top of my machine.
Oh, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna cut it. Yeah. If you're not gonna use coolant.
No, I'm going to run it
Yeah.
with coolant. But like
Oh.
we're going to
Okay.
end up with a pool. So I'm going to have to do something to get the shit out of there so I can vacuum pick the
Right.
part up. Either that or I must use the
Right.
gripper
Right.
and grip on the side of the part and lift it up skew and put it down. So I don't know
Yeah.
exactly how I'm gonna tackle that problem yet. But that's a problem
Mm.
for another day.
You need like your little gripper to go over and like pick up a little mop and then like bring it
And
over and
mop
like
it.
mop up and then bring it over
So
and like
what
bring
I
it
can
out.
do is I can run a facing pass, offset up, and turn on the gripper's air as I do so, and blow all the shit out because it's right behind the spindle.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's lots of ways to solve the problem. I want to try get that job running the op ones unattended. Op twos are all going to go on vacuum fixtures. So for that part, I'm going to have a boss that the thing drops onto and then vacuums down to do the backside machining, and the aluminium plate, same thing. A boss that vacuums down, and then I machine the backsides of them.
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, and the perimeter in the aluminium's case. But yeah, that job has eaten up my entire week, like trying to figure out how, when, what, all the fun questions.
Yeah.
Now it's just a case of waiting for
Fair.
the customer to either cry sob stories at me or place orders.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's a
Preferably
second.
place orders.
Yeah.
Like it's not
Yeah,
not a small project. So
yeah, sizable.
oh, you did new stickers.
Yes. So those will be for the all the train stickers you sent me.
Nice.
I found I got this so from my one of my sticker suppliers because I was using originally I was using Sticker Mule, but they're kind of a terrible fucking company morally. So I dumped them and then I went to a Canadian supplier and I liked them, but their color balance on the sticker was just like ever so slightly more yellow than I like, but like
Okay.
to the point where like if I bitch about it, they're gonna be like even side by side, they're gonna,
Yeah.
like it's like who is right, right? Like unless you have like an accurate calibrated monitor, like how do you determine which is
Yeah.
the color you're seeing? And like if you go Pantones change in different lighting, and like color science is a freaking nightmare. Anyways, so I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna bitch. And I didn't really like I ordered from them and they ghosted me for a while and all of a sudden stickers show up and I'm like, I want a little bit of communication to know like
Yeah.
besides the point. Found this other company, ordered a giant pack of stickers from them, once again Canadian. and super happy with they gave me a stick of every sticker they have, so I could feel them and see what I like. And yeah, found out that they also make like these paper labels, which I
Okay.
realized from because I do so much paper labeling on like my products and on the boxes, and I cut them out of like thermal paper and then I just shear them to size, which is quick. But the
Yeah.
problem with shearing them is you're not left with like a nice edge to peel, like to peel the backing
Okay.
off.
Yeah.
So I timed myself how long it takes me to peel backing off of stickers and stick them on things, because I have a lot of fucking stickers, and the time was very disheartening. And then I realized I'm like, I would be able to pay myself, like I would be able to pay like to buy these stickers professionally printed, get them shipped to my door, and still have like enough money left over to like take my wife out for a nice dinner every single batch of pens I do. So I'm like, this is a no brainer.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, I just wanted kind of a solution for everything, and I found now a company that works for all of that.
Nice.
So yeah, gonna give
Okay.
him a whirl, and then I'll have a whole gang of stickers for podcast people, and I will, like I
Nice.
say,
Danica
every
will
single
be sending
podcast.
out an email tomorrow, probably. No, wait, yesterday when this comes out, to the Patreons to
Okay.
get their addresses and let them know that the release day is shifting.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say
Yeah.
I'll build a form so that people can drop their
No,
addresses
she'll
in,
send
so I can.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, you can build a form and send a link, or she'll just ask them for their addresses. We
Whatever
have
works.
some of
Whatever
them.
works.
Yeah, we're only missing a few. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Speaking
And
of
then,
our
yeah.
Patreons, we have Patreons, and they make the wheels on the train go round and round. I love having the train noises. Yeah, the
It's so good.
Patrons make the show carry on and help with the IMTS travels later in the year. Should be a blast. The Airbnb has been provisionally booked. But yeah, all Patreons get access to the after show and the bonus content where I rage about Bridgerton. And there's some other bonus content, I think. But the top tier ones get their names read out. And those are Luke from Fantastic, Jade from Benchmark 20, AJ from Subtract Manufacturing and 32 other companies, Jason S., EJ from Nocturnal Welding, the Aussie Machinist, Christian Olsen, Charles White, Kyle from Cursed Machine, Matt from Off-World Gear, who has a really awesome knife, and Alex B. Thank you all the patrons.
Nice.
You do make the wheels on the bus go round and round. Well, the train. Sorry, trains.
Train.
Make the train go round and round. Yes, have you seen Matt's knife from Off-World Gear?
I think I just ended up following him this weekend because I came across a post and I was like, oh shit, cool stuff. So I'm going to pull it up right now just to make sure I'm just going to look at it. Don't mind me, folks. Talk amongst yourself.
Also, Luke from Fabtastic was asking some questions on the Tabs and Patience Discord the other day.
Okay, yes. I just followed him because that knife, sorry to interrupt you, that knife came over. One of his AI generated images came across my feed, and then that knife is, I love the mechanical intricacy
super
of
mechanical.
It. So pretty. Yeah, so pretty.
Very,
I might have to add one of those to my collection. It's go check him out, folks. Off-World Gear on Instagram.
Yeah, Matt from Off-World Gear. Yeah, so Luke from Fabtastic was asking some questions about machining large castings.
Ooh.
That little Swiss has become something very else.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, that's where this is going. Okay.
That's where this is going. I think his shop is finally done. I think he posted about on the Discord. But yeah, I'll chat to him this week and we'll get an update for everybody.
Yeah. Pry details out of him. I want to hear it.
Yes, I'll pry details out of him. Yeah, he was on the hangout over the weekend on Tabs and Patience. So I was hanging out in the Discord there. But yeah, cool. Back to the podcast.
Yeah.
Would you like to know about Land Rovers? Hang on. There we go. And how they are made for quadruple-jointed midget mechanics to work on them.
I think my stepdad had a Land Rover for like 6 months and it was like, nope.
So no, the Freelander 2 is lovely. The Clutch Master shat the bed. So I ordered a replacement, did a bit of light Googling. I was like, this doesn't look too difficult to take the clutch bracket out. I spent 2.5 hours before I was like, fuck this, it's going to the mechanic. I don't care how much he charges. I make more money in my workshop. My arm has a bruise here because I could squeeze my hand in past the steering shaft. The ratchet would go click, and then I would turn click, click. Click. I got that bolt halfway off and then was like, fuck the shit. There was one next to it still. The whole dash has to come out of the car to get access to those bolts.
Why do you got to do that for the clutch master cylinder?
The clutch master goes through the firewall. So the whole clutch pedal is on a bracket that bolts to the firewall. You take that out, disconnect the cables on the back, and then the whole thing comes out.
Oh, you can't access it from the base side. You have to access it from the base side.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I thought it would be easy to take out. It's not. All the videos, people have the dashes off because they're working on the car. I'm like, yeah, fuck. So I took half the car apart on Thursday and then dropped it at the mechanic this morning, and he phoned me like midday. He's like, listen, I don't know how long this is going to take. Do you want to take someone who specializes in this? I'm like, dude, it's there. Just do it. I don't care how long it takes. Just fix my fucking car. So, he's sorting that out. And then, one of my other topics we'll discuss later about my little truck and how much it's actually worth, which is fucking hilarious. So Danica has been a little bit stressed with going back to work and some drama with her brother's other Land Rover. He got a Range Rover and it's throwing an alarm and limping along because apparently one of the turbos is poked. And he got a quote to replace the turbo for more than the value of the car. Ooh, so I was like, dude, hold the fuck on. Send me the part number and we'll buy one off AliExpress, get it working, and then sell the car. Like straight up, get it driving and sell the car. Because at least then you get something for it. Like otherwise it's useless and you're going to get fuck all for it.
Just AliExpress turbos just strikes 100%. Fear into my heart.
Wow. Those
things spin so fast.
There's a car brand now out of China. They literally bought the die sets and the model from Land Rover. It's a Freelander 2 made in China. Okay. Exact copy of the car. So they bought off all the old tooling and the designs and are making an exact copy. So it's an OEM part for their vehicle, just happens to fit this vehicle.
Whatever works.
Yeah, fucking it works. So we were discussing that today. He's phoning around to see who can do the actual work because you got to pull the whole engine out to get to the turbos because they're on the back side of the engine. It's like, I hate cars. So the car thing has been a bit stressful, and Danica and I stopped at the Suzuki dealership on the way back on Saturday from my nephew's birthday because this was now stressing out a lot because her brother might need his Freelander back. I'm like, it's fucked. You can come have it. So I'm like, let's go have a look. She wanted to look at a Jimny, little Suzuki Jimny. They're nice. They're just fucking expensive. And we're walking through Suzuki and I'm like, this is a panel van version of the Baleno or the ball bag or whatever the fuck it's called. So I asked the lady what the price is and can I have the OEM radio installed and all that shit. Turns out it's not that expensive to buy a new one. And the nice thing is I can claim the sales tax on it.
And that's for the listener, that's your little truck?
My little truck. So I'm going to trade in and buy a little, it's essentially a hatchback car with no back seats. So it's a cargo variant of the car, so I can claim the sales tax because it's a business vehicle. It's commercial.
Sure, okay.
So it's $15,000 for a new car. I can trade my truck in. So the best part, so trading my truck in is not worth it. I can get, I paid, how much did I pay for it? 106,000. I paid $6,500 for my truck, brand new, because I bought it from the company. They claimed the VAT on it, so I never paid the VAT or the sales tax.
Okay.
I bought it. They bought it, and I bought it off of them over time. I can sell it for $6,000.
Nice.
After 12 years, because they've been discontinued, so there's no small trucks available anymore. So people there's like more demand than there's supply. So I can kind of rip the ring on the price, which makes the little car even more compelling. And then the sales tax also makes it even more compelling. So we're now looking at pulling that maneuver, and then it comes with a service plan and all that shit, because Danica's going to be doing 30,000 kilometers a year. She's doing 100 kilometers a day. So she's going to be racking up some serious mileage. So my thought is I will drive the Freelander. She can drive the ball bag. And then we have two cars we can trust. And if in 6 months the Freelander starts giving more shit, I sell it and I buy a Jimny for her.
Yeah. For like my own reference, what is like your like vanilla like vehicle price down there? Like if you just want just like a mid-size, whatever, bike, whatever you drive on the roads, what's a rough vehicle price? Because like here, I'd say it's about $50,000 for kind of like an averagey vehicle.
What are you talking about? Like a family vehicle, SUV type thing?
Like a van, SUV, decent car.
So
Like
like
you're in that.
A Chinese SUV.
Yeah.
They're pretty kitted out. They're about $25,000,
Okay.
brand new. If you're
Okay.
looking at like a Suzuki Jimny, you're looking at if it's optioned with anything other than the basics, you're looking at about $28,000.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah.
they're a bit cheaper. Like you can get some stupid cheap things. Like I was looking at little the Suzuki Eco. That thing's crumple zone as your legs.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
straight up.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
it has fan. That is the only knob in the cabin is fan. Like
Yeah.
it's insane. But that thing is. They also have like the little mini trucks. That thing is
Yeah.
$6,000 brand new.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
they
Okay.
cheap.
Fair.
But yeah, cars get stupid expensive here as well. Like if you start looking at brand name stuff, everything's over like $30,000. The
Yeah.
only
Okay.
reason the Suzuki is as cheap as it is because it's a commercial vehicle.
Yeah.
So
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
min option. It's got the safety pack, aircon, and that's it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So
I know.
unlike my little truck, we won't die like real men because we'll have airbags, but it is what it is. I don't know if I have a sticker on. I think I have a sticker on the back of my car. No airbags here. We die like real men.
I wanted a mini truck for that reason, like just to have a mini truck too. And
Yeah.
they got decently popular around here. And you can get like 4x4 ones, and guys put little lifts on them and bigger tires
They're
so they
so
can handle the
cool.
winter better. But like going down our roads, like our highway, like we have trucks that are no joke. My head height, like I'm about 6
Yeah.
feet tall. Like I will be head height to the hood. So
Yes.
like we have monster vehicles here. So like you're driving in that thing down the road and you get hit by somebody,
Yeah.
you're just
done.
gonna be like missed. Yeah.
So
just like
the issue with those also is they go super slowly. They are
yeah,
limited
100%.
speed limits.
Yeah.
So I seriously looked at one because they're fucking cool. But I get very frustrated driving at 80 kilometers an hour everywhere. And
Yeah.
we have what are colloquially known as taxis, which are not taxis, they are minibuses with like 80 people in them. And those oaks drive like absolute lunatics. So I was
Sure.
like, no, that's why I don't drive a motorbike, because as a motorbike driver, you don't have to worry about what you're doing. You have to worry about what every other fucking dickhead's doing. So yeah, like, I want something with a safety pack. Danica's driving it all the time. Interesting thing with the Land Rover, it's got a whole freaking die-cast aluminium frame around the steering wheel and a steel plate behind the leg breakers, the airbag by your legs. I'm only assuming it's there to snap your knees backwards, just from where it is. But yeah, very interesting to take it apart and see how it's all been built to take the load and push it in a certain direction.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm now looking at replacing the little truck, buying a trailer to put my shavings on, because I still need to be able to dump shavings and I need to be able to use my boat. So I need a little trailer.
Yeah.
But then I'll just go buy a little trailer and then make a trailer and just photocopy the license disc and put it on the little trailer. And then I have two trailers with the same registration. Problem solved. Yeah, so I'll probably do some shit like that so that I can still move my shavings around and whatnot. But have two vehicles that are comfortable to drive. But yeah, that was a long-winded side quest there. Okay, now I understand what magnetic exhaust ducting means. I was thinking, why do you have magnets in your car's exhaust?
No. So yeah, that's for my CO2, and now for the little fiber, I have the fiber has like its own filtration system. And honestly, I put my little like I have an air quality meter that like does like particle count and VOCs and all that jazz. I put it beside the out. Hey, I don't want to die. I want to make sure, especially with oil, I want to make sure that I'm breathing good air in here.
I don't know what you're worried about. You're only going to die once.
Hot tip, folks, go get an air quality meter. You'll be amazed how much shit just demolishes your air. Like you light a candle in your house. It's not good. It's not good, folks.
Yeah,
Anyways, I ran it at the exhaust of this little fiber just while I was like running some engraving just to see. I'm like, does it do anything or does it make noise? And it actually is. It has two HEPA filters and activated carbon, so it was clearing everything out of the air. I'm quite impressed with it. How long it'll last?
I would be very curious if it's still doing that in a month.
That's what I'm gonna check. Because the filters are not cheap. It's $200 to replace the filter. Yeah, so I was like, and with all this like wood burning I'm gonna do, I'm like, I'm not putting all that smoke through.
Yeah,
Like, why? Like, I'll use it for what I want it for. So, anyways, I ducted it to a vent I have in the garage that lets me output from my CO2, but I didn't want to like make a big adapter and have to have like blast gates. So I just made a little like magnetic attachment so that like the wall has essentially a magnetic plate on it, and I just
yeah,
pull the CO2 exhaust off it, and then I click the fiber one onto it, and then like if I have to switch, it's like
nice.
click click, and they suck on with magnets because magnets are fun, and I just printed
Magnets
them,
are
and yeah,
great.
it worked out so well. I was like impressed that I just like cobbled the design together in like I don't know 10 minutes and just printed them. I
It
was like, if it
just
doesn't work,
works.
whatever. I've just and it worked. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
perfect. So
So, oh, speaking of
yeah.
just printing things, some smart
Mhm.
dick went and designed 3D printed parts into a 700 part production run.
Oh shit. Okay, this makes sense now. Carry on.
Yeah, it's because I want a A1 Mini.
Yeah.
Like I can print the little clippies that I need to make faster than I can machine the parts. So I want
Yeah,
to, yeah,
I get it.
I'm gonna use that to justify a new printer with one of the plate changes. So I can queue up 10
Okay, so
plates at night and just let it ship parts all night.
you're gonna go with the mini,
Yeah,
or
I'm
you
gonna go
think
with
you're gonna
A1
go with the little
Mini.
mini?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll go
yeah.
with the Mini.
That makes sense.
They
Makes
they're
sense.
the best bang for buck locally, price wise. So I'm gonna go with that probably with an AMS Lite because I want to do some two color printing. But yeah, currently that thing doesn't support it, and I don't feel like making it support it. It's just
I
a
was
firmware change, but changing the firmware is more effort than I want to put in on that printer.
for the price of printers, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
Like the
like
A1 minis are nothing. They are
so
you could collect cans
they're
on the
not
side of the
cheap
road and pay
here.
for one.
They are $610 with the AMS Lite.
Still, like
Like
that's
it's a bit
pretty
rough. There's
inexpensive.
the fucking South African primo tax because reasons.
Yeah.
I can, if I'm patient, I can get one sent from England for basically free. But I don't think I'm that patient.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm not that patient. I might just get one sent anyway, and then have buy one locally and then have two. Because why not? I've got
I was
some anchor point accessories that need to be printed.
I was in your same boat this week. I was printing something and my printer was throwing like temperature. I think it was too cold in here and it was getting a little pissy.
Oh yeah,
And I started troubleshooting it and I'm like, I jumped online and just started looking at printers and I jumped obviously to Bamboo because I was like, well,
yeah.
let's look. And then I just couldn't deal with the because they're like there's new laws here that like if it's a certain geometry it won't print it. Like there's
Such a
firearm
load
stuff
of
coming out.
bullshit,
Oh my god! I tell me right, like go to the hardware store. But besides the point, it,
dude. Yeah.
anyways, I can rant on that
I,
for way too long.
so sorry. Back to that one for a second. That hardware store comment. You used to
Mhm.
frequent Hackaday,
Oh, yeah, all the
did you
time. Yeah.
not? Yes.
Yep.
Do you remember the article that they had on there about building a gun once you were through airport security with stuff you can buy
Oh,
in the
yeah. I
airports?
think I came, or you told me about it, and I think I came
Yeah,
across
it's fucking
right.
great.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
if
airport security is such a false sense of security. It's hilarious. Sorry,
yeah,
I'm
and
being
like
just seeing where my
printed,
wife's at. She's busy
well, and
driving
printed
home.
firearms is its
Yeah,
whole own category. It's not as
it's
scary as people
really
think it is.
it's really interesting. Like the guys have full on like
Mhm.
competitions. They've
Yeah.
also developed really interesting ways for rifling pieces of pipe.
Oh yeah, I was looking into that just for
It's so
I'd like to
cool.
see it.
Like it's a really clever workaround. I mean, it's just clever engineering, working within the constraints to get the result you want. But yeah, then people get their tits in a knot because reasons, and ruin it for everybody.
If
No,
people want to kill people, they're going to find ways to do it. Like
you're
don't.
not going to take
Anyways,
bricks away from people and sticks, like for fuck's
right,
sakes.
right. And anyways, that's just the one thing I don't like. I don't like Big Brother control. So that's the only
Yeah,
reason that's pushing me from Bamboo is I don't want someone to just be like, nope, you
pull the
can't use
rug.
this
Yeah,
piece. Yeah. So I was like, I want to maintain. And if I'm in your situation where I needed it for production, I would probably still go that way because the likelihood of them shooting their entire customer base in the foot by not letting them print what they want is
is
incredibly,
low. Yeah,
incredibly low. Yeah. So it's like,
but yeah, but two
I
plus
don't,
two equals five. So
yeah. So
like,
long way to
I
stay
finished
is,
that book by the way. Thanks.
oh, did you?
I'm now
Oh, you're welcome.
scarred. Yes,
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah.
it was
It could
rough.
be a little,
It was good, but yeah, it was a bit rough. But yeah, I powered
yeah.
through it the other day, and yeah, the end is very, very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
it's yeah.
soul hurting. But yeah. So fucking okay, interesting. Making magnetic ducts. I like that plan because I've got an exhaust fan. If I want to run it, I have to turn my CO2 on, but it's got a duct that goes to the fiber. So then I just power on the CO2 that it runs the fan when I'm doing a lot of
Yeah.
engraving because I don't want to breathe atomized aluminium.
No. No.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's healthy. It
No.
might be,
No.
but I don't think so.
I know.
But yeah,
Ugh.
speaking of printers, customer sent me some files today. Hey, can I machine these for him? It's a guy I've known for a while. He
Mhm.
built a CNC a while ago. I think one of the rat rig ones.
Oh, I
Um,
like those. Yeah.
yeah, it was. I think it was one of those. Anyway, his machine's currently out of commission. So he's like, "Can I machine these parts from?" So I have a look. I'm like, "What the fuck?" So he's like, "No, I'll come past you later today." So he came past and we had a chat for like an hour. It's the Voron XY components.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
billet alley ones. So I think I'm going to build a little trunnion matron for my fourth axis. That way I can hit the parts from one side and hit them from the other side and be done.
Cute.
That
Yeah. That's the
way,
way to go.
that's gonna be the easiest way to fucking do it. Like, I don't want to make soft jaws told because it's 4 unique components, and I am lazy, so I want to machine them and tab them off.
Yeah.
And I want to
Uh,
figure out that workflow. So this is an excuse to figure out the workflow.
and I mean, not to cancel you a job, but why doesn't he just buy them like off Ali? Because like there's so many people building Voron parts.
Googling on the podcast. Googling on the podcast.
Sorry,
Podcast.
we're having a short intermission.
Podcast. That's what we do all day. All day. All day.
I only can't talk when this stupid song is on. There we
Yeah.
go. I only ask because I have a Voron kit in my cart on Ali, and same thing. It's like it's all aluminum. It's 4-wheel drive. It's because I want to play with tool changers and like I'm pretty sure I'm going that
you
route.
wanna
But
do all the fancies.
I was like, I looked at it, I'm like, I can't machine any of these parts. I'm just gonna buy them. Like it's so cheap.
Yeah. It is. Like I'm looking, they got carbon fiber versions of it. I'm just gonna pop him a message.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just buy the carbon fiber version for literally $5 and it'll be before I can machine it.
Yeah, that's some reason I'm
Like,
thinking that.
don't be stupid. Although his have steps in them for some reason, so I'm not entirely sure which version of the Voron kit he's building. But I'll pop him a message and be like, oh, there we go. There's the set he needs. It's 460 Rand, which is like $20.
Yeah, that's like he can't fight.
You are not going to get me to machine it for that price. I can promise you that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Because, yeah. But I was going to use it as an excuse to learn the fourth axis double-sided machining tabbing story.
Then that's a different.
So
that's a different.
I might just
game,
machine
yeah.
it because it's a part I didn't design, so it's not been designed for that process. So I might just do it for shits and giggles. As one
Yeah, if
tends
you don't
to
need
do.
it to put food on your table, then yeah, go nuts, learn something and
Well,
build a.
I'm
trunnion.
already
Yeah.
trying to find time to machine Ultim Flak, and I'm battling to find time for that. Like, I considered doing it
Sure.
late last night, and I was like, eh. And now I have anchor point bodies to machine, so that ain't happening.
Fun.
Yeah, we can skip that one. That's boring.
Okay.
So
Tell
my
me
probe.
about it. Yes. The one that's held
Okay.
together with tape and glue. No.
No, not the table probe, not the one held together with
Oh.
hope, prayers, and love. My spindle probe. That is
Okay,
a cheap AliExpress one that just lights up and boops.
Okay.
It gets coolants in it every now and again because some idiot kind of slightly squished it and spun it at 12,000 RPM by accident. So it's been a little flaky for the last month. Every now and again, it'll tool change in. I've got to take it out, boop it to make the battery shift and make contact, and then carry on. And then I took it out of the machine the other day because if I'm running something where I know the coolant's going to just straight up bukkake it, I take it out of the machine. And I took it out of the machine in the morning, ran the job, looked at my tool rack, and the light's on. I'm like, oh shit. So I messed around with it a bit, got it to sort its stories out. And then I probed something yesterday in the morning, went to probe something in the afternoon, probe's not working. Dead as a doornail. So I pulled it out, stripped it in the workshop, not working. Eventually, I was like, okay, I'll deal with this tomorrow. Then I needed to machine anchor point pads today. Managed to do that without a probe because you can always touch things off without a probe. So I just machined the soft jaws and knew where my part would go because I machined the soft jaws. And then this afternoon, I pulled the probe inside and was trying to troubleshoot. I'm like, what the hell? I assembled the probe without the kinematic coupling in the front, so it's always triggered. And then I put the tweezers in through the little window. I took the window off, and I shorted the contact, and it doesn't beep. But when I take the board out of the housing, hold it on the battery, and I touch the other side of the board, it stays beeping. So I grab my multimeter, probe the two pads on either side of the board. One of them wasn't connected. So I think coolant got in and corroded the via. So I took a pair of tweezers, opened the via, and then heated up and flowed a bit of solder into the vias, and now it is working again. But like, every now and again I have to pull the kinematic coupling out and just soak it, like just wash it out in alcohol, and then it's good for another few months.
Cool.
But I think I might just buy a wireless probe now.
Oh yeah.
It would be nice to be able to validate that there's nothing in the pneumatic vase when I unload a part.
Yeah,
that would important.
Be important. Yeah.
I have ways around that. Like there's ways that I can just ram the parts out of the way, but I'd prefer to not ram things. Because if I ram it, I'm not sure where it's going to fall. It's long enough that it could be a problem.
Yeah, no.
So I'd rather validate that it's removed.
I don't think anybody that bought a wireless probe has regretted that they have a wireless probe. So.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. I wasn't going to buy an expensive one. That's the problem.
Sure.
AliExpress. I was going to buy a cheap one. It's in my cart. It's been in my cart for like a year. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I just don't know what the integration into the Siemens is going to be like. I think it's just one display mask I've got to change. But like, fuck, I know which one it is. So I've got to reach out and try and figure out. I know where it plugs in. I know where the skip signals go. I know where all that shit goes. I just don't know if it is in the ladder for the low battery warning and things like that. So I'm going to have to go poke around the PLC again and then see. But I think I might go that route. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I don't know what the probing macros look like on the Siemens. I don't know if it does spindle orientation. I would want to do spindle orientation for measuring center of stuff, just so that if there's any runouts, it's a non-issue. I don't think I'd use it for like super high accuracy stuff. If I was, I'd probably just use it manually. But I don't know. We'll see.
Fair.
It was an intrusive thought that I had. I like intrusive thoughts. They're fun.
Yeah.
So,
that makes sense.
What is your slippery camera slope, Curt? What did you do?
Dude. Okay, so it's such anybody that's looked at cameras in the last little while, it's so easy to feature creep yourself up in price by $100, $100, $100, $100, $100. And before you know it, like I was looking at like FX, I was looking at the FX30, which is a cinema camera similar to the FX3. But anyway, these are like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 cameras, whereas like I initially was looking at like the $1,000 range. It just anyway. Long story short, I came across this video, which I will link because it is a super cool video, and it is all about like gear is important, sure, to a point, and then it's all about everything else. Like if you're making videos, if you want people to watch videos, it's not about the gear you have. It's about storytelling. Like that is 95% of it. Like you don't need a 4K camera to tell a story. You can do it just fine.
Yeah.
If you have a good story and you're shooting it in 720p, it's still going to be better than a 4K. And just like anything, right? But anyways, I've just been looking at cameras. I have a few like SLRs here that just are like old enough where it's like it shoots video, but it doesn't shoot the video I want. And then I realize I can use it because right now I have this webcam that we were talking on, and I realize I can use my SLR for a webcam. So I think I'm gonna switch it because like it just collects dust. I don't really use it. It's great for photos. Like that's another thing. If you're taking photos with your smartphone, which I've done forever because it's so convenient, I just don't bring out my SLR. And then I brought out my SLR this weekend and started taking photos. And even though it was built in 2014, my camera, my Sony, and I have a modern smartphone with a quote 40 megapixel sensor, 50 megapixel sensor, my 20 megapixel APC size sensor blows it out of the water for clarity, for light, for like everything. And it's a 10 plus year old camera and it just annihilates smartphone cameras still to this day, because like you can't compete with a sensor, a sensor this big as opposed to a sensor the size of your thumbnail. So like,
No, please,
yeah,
thumbnail
it's just,
is way smaller than that. Like the sensors
like,
on smartphones are hilariously small.
and it just made me realize again. It's like, oh yeah, like you don't have to just like don't fall victim to the megapixel count, because it's not where it all matters. Like,
no, it's all the other stuff, the processing and whatnot behind that.
Yeah, totally.
Like even the Osmo Nano, the guys were like, it takes really good stills for what it is. Like it's not a DSLR, but it takes, for what it is, really good stills. So
did you see, I think it was Insta360, they came out with like the Ace Pro 2. It's an action cam, but they made a cage grip for it, so it feels more like people are using it for street photography. And obviously they reached out to a ton of influencers and were like, hey, try to take the best photos you can with these. They're cranking out some incredible photos for, I think it's like, I don't even think it's a 1-inch CMOS. Like it's a tiny sensor, and it's still like putting out some pretty impressive photos. But anyways,
the thing is, like action cameras like a shitload of lights. They're designed for outdoor use.
Yeah.
So now you want to film something in a workshop and it's grainy. Whereas like that's why I was looking specifically at the Osmo for its low light performance.
Yeah, and like I like photos, but like this camera that I'm currently shooting on, like it has an aperture that like you can see the background is still sharp. Like I don't want that. I want a fast lens, which my SLR can do, so you get nice like blurred background, but like,
and then you can do custom bokeh.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Laser cutter.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you've seen the corridor video of that where they made custom bokehs.
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
I think great. I did.
Proper nerd shit. Jeez.
Anyway,
cool.
Yeah.
One last thing on my list for today.
Yes.
The mechanical anchor point is on sale.
Ooh.
We will be 3 days ahead of schedule. It's been on sale since the weekend, but it's up for sale. So if anyone wants to pick one up, now's your chance. The first run is, we'll see how it sells out. But first run is available, and there have been some tweaks. We have added Sanders Machine Works compatible dowel holes in the bottom of it. So it will now drop straight onto a Sanders plate and then just clamp with the toe clamps. But it's keyed by the dowels. We've also changed the process we're using for machining the final op. So we're leaving everything, all the back bores undersized by 1 millimeter. And then when we deck the back off, we're going to bore those bores so they all perpendicular and coplanar.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I remember talking about that.
It also means we know where they are in relation to the round pin.
Right.
So we'll have a higher degree of accuracy of, if you put it on a lang plate, you can fairly accurately know where that round pin is, like half a thou to where that pin is, just from obviously the tolerance and whatnot of all the bores and stuff. But yeah, it should be it's a much better version. And then all the pneumatics going forward are going to go to 4.2, which has the same changes. The harbors and mooring points are available in 4.1, so I discounted them a little bit more because I've got a bunch of bodies where I can't guarantee the lang holes perpendicularity to the base. So for harbors and mooring points, it's fine, but on there's a note, we don't recommend you use these with lang. Just because I'm sitting with like 16 bodies. So now's your chance to get discount. Because I discounted them a little bit further because buying in bulk, and also I want to get rid of those bodies.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Go get them, folks.
Yeah, mechanical, and there's some video that maybe I'll reshoot tomorrow and it'll be less shit. Or the audio will be less shit. Otherwise, I'm going to try to fix the audio, and I really don't want to. It's clipping and it's just you. And the lav mic was like halfway down my shirt because it was doing it the other day when it was up here, so I put it lower. And then, also the yellow room echoes like a motherfucker. So I ended up opening the door, opening the cupboard, and hanging a blanket over it just to try and stop the reflection. And it worked a hell of a lot better. But I was shooting it in the assembly room and it sounded like shit. Yeah. But that's the joys of trying to make fancy videos. So what is in your Google box? I see lots of things. Good God.
Oh, dude, I will try to tear through these because we're already going long. DIY prepper disc. I came across this thing. It's basically like the internet if the internet goes down.
Oh, nice. Okay.
yeah, people have been building those with their own Pi, and like you can find this giant resource where it has like all medical journals and like all like military journals for like how different things work and like how different vehicles work and like really cool data to have if the world ends. So anyways, kind of want to build one of those.
What do you mean?
Bunch of yeah, no, right. Bunch of smartphone stuff just to see which way I want to go with smartphones because once again, mine's getting a little long in the tooth. Best Stephen King novels because I'm a big fan of Stephen King and I haven't listened to a lot of his stuff. So right now I'm listening to Under the Dome, which is kind of creepy.
Ooh, okay.
Kind of
I
liking
have
that.
got a few after it. I've got the full Dark Tower series from him.
Oh, I've listened to that a few times now.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite series. Yeah.
Okay, I have not listened to any of his stuff.
I'm a big fan of Stephen King.
Okay.
I just finished The Stand, which is a very kind of depressing story, but it's a good listen.
Okay.
Phone plans, Elgato Cam Link, which pairs with the camera talk I was talking about. Black Magic app for your smartphone, which is a super nice camera app, and if your phone supports it, you should use it.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get into that now, Curt.
And Voron, because Voron. How about you, JB? What's in your Google box?
Mine's full of Land Rover stuff, DJI Osmo stuff, Osmo Nano, Bamboo printer stuff, the Suzuki ball bag, Gimbal automation because he doesn't ship to South Africa and I keep going and looking at his stuff. I'm going to have to reach out to him. Let's see if he listens. Yeah, I want to potentially buy some vases and stuff and I can't just check out. And then Blackmagic camera app sucks ass because it doesn't work on my phone, any of my phones, not just my current phone, any of my phones, because it was recommended by Jacob. But yeah, that's what's in the goggle box.
Cool.
Yeah, we are running long. We have after show topics just before we carry on. The Grimsmo Hacksmith video and the Hacksmith Anno video we're going to discuss in the after show.
Nice. I've watched one of those, so yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. What are you up to today, Curt?
Today, I'm going to put boxes into bigger boxes so I don't have to drive.
Boxception, yes.
Yeah, for that last mile carrier jazz. Anyways, then I'm going to probably play. I think I'm going to play with some bronze, doing some maybe fourth axis, some laser work, maybe a little bit of work on this little fidget thing that I've been meaning to work on. So yeah, just a bunch of, I'm going to probably run screws and stuff on the machines to keep me busy making pens for the next batch, and then just give myself a few days to try to get caught up on some of the
nice. Okay, so you're going back to your 3-1 ratio.
Trying to, but I'm kind of cheating because I'm also running a bunch of production while I'm doing it. So
that's the whole point of robots, that you don't have to babysit.
That's the whole point of me wanting to actually make money.
No, that's the whole point of the robots, that you don't have to babysit. They can just make parts while you do other stuff.
Once they're reliable, that's the whole goal. Yeah, it's we'll have to actually next week we'll talk about I'll make a note of it. It is kind of cool. I was looking at my projections from like 2024, 2025, and now this year, and just seeing like growth, profit, expenses, all that jazz. It is kind of interesting. So maybe I'll talk about that next week. But anyways, what are you up to?
That would actually be quite interesting to dive into. It won't be next week, though. It'll be the week after.
Sure. Right. Yes.
Next week, a super special guest who has mostly kind of confirmed. We will know tomorrow or the following day whether he'll be the guest. It's going to be interesting. Yes.
Keep me in the loop, or else it's going to be my mom.
Don't worry, I got backup guests queued up already.
Yeah, okay, so, look at you, Jamie, holding the whole show together.
Being a professional podcaster, sent out like four whole Instagram messages.
4 more than me.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've got anchor point bodies tomorrow, and then gonna probably blank out as many as I feel like blanking out op ones. Then push the balance, or push the ones I need through for anodizing for the existing orders, and then carry on chooching along with anchor point production while I trying to remember what else I got to do this week. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff to do. Can't remember it. I've got to assemble re-rollers. But that entails me making and doing a bit of anno and whatnot. So I'll squeeze in the anno when I'm doing other anno, because setting up the anno for one run sucks.
You need to listen to our after show then.
Yes, definitely, where we discuss anodizing videos. But yeah, thank you everybody for listening. If you are listening to us on YouTube, hit a subscribe button there. I was told to do that in the first 30 seconds. I pulled an AJ. But yeah, if you're listening to us on YouTube, hit the subscribe. If you're listening somewhere else, you can find us on YouTube. I renamed the channel to JSpec Space Engineering, or at JSpec_engineering. And if you're on Zencaster, then please, AJ, move to a real player. But yeah, thank you everybody for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Take care, all.